Hello everybody, welcome once again to LEGO Rock Raiders. As always, I am Takuma Nuva.
Hi, Takuma! I need your help! Heck, I'm stuck in a wall! Pull me out!
If you're stuck in a wall, you say?
Yeah! This potato! I was getting hungry, and now I'm stuck!
I'm trying to think of a wall joke here, and it's just not coming to me.
I know, you're hitting a wall, now get on with it!
That was terrible.
I know!
Okay, I'll just get a jackhammer.
Thank you. Gosh, see, this is the problem with leaving someone who's hungry in a planet that's a giant potato. Hey guys, I'm Zatth. Sorry about that.
You know what your problem was?
What was it?
No butter or sour cream.
Yeah, I really should not have considered burrowing into a potato on an empty stomach. So, let's get on with it.
You buried into a potato in a purple galaxy, not on an empty stomach.
Oh, that's a very good point. That's true, my stomach was filled with acid. Is that safe? I don't think that's safe.
It doesn't sound safe. Oh, it would depend on the kind of acid, I suppose.
Yeah, that's a good point. Still though, you gotta wonder, right? Like, when you're coming up with a new life form, do you really think, man, you know what would go really well in the place that deals with the food and also is in the middle of the entire system? Some acid. I feel
okay.
Yeah, I just feel like, you know, if you weren't smart and had some kind of coating inside your stomach, it would just burn through. You know, now I'm just picturing people walking around, like, dripping from where, like, the acid just burns through their whole body, and they're like, hey, how are you doing, Bob? And he's like, pretty good. I've got a hole inside my body because of some acid, but otherwise good. How about you, Jeremy?
You know what I wonder?
What do you wonder, Takuma?
What's in a Wonder Ball?
Are we gonna find out in this next mission?
It's a hold up.
Maybe, but I think I just dated myself.
Hold up.
Well, no
Not
worries.
as in, like, going out on a date, because that would just be weird.
Yeah, could you imagine going out on a date with yourself? I feel like it would get pretty monotonous pretty soon, because, like, you'd know all of your tricks. Like, you'd try to surprise your date, but since it's you, you'd already know everything that they're doing.
I mean, I can't even hold a conversation with myself. All I get is stupid answers.
Yeah, I can hold a conversation with myself pretty well, but I think that's just because of the voices in my head. No, there's not. Yes, they are. I'm sorry, you were
already
saying...
They're reusing these cutscenes.
Yeah, didn't we discuss how, like, the budget went into the giant potato planet?
Something like that.
Yeah, I feel like that's what happened. Oh, he is under the car. That is not smart. Kids, you should not do that.
A small digger.
Wait, no! Oh no, I know what happened. Okay, there was a fire, he stopped, he dropped, and he rolled under the car, and then he got stuck.
They're underground where there's nothing but rock. What's gonna catch fire?
Potato skin?
I suppose, but wouldn't the potato skin be on the outside of the potato?
Not unless you have a wormhole.
So we must begin to build Rock Raiders HQ.
Wouldn't it be a slug hole?
Recent earthquakes HQ. Unfortunately,
Yeah, probably. Do you think
earthquakes in
potatoes
this
are
area
flammable?
have made the cavern walls very dangerous. Secure the area by
We should
reinforcing
find out.
I know there's
the
only
walls
one way to
prevent
find
cave-ins.
out.
Once this has been done,
Mythbusters,
continue with the mining
right?
operation and collect.
Oh, I was
more
thinking of
energy
just, you know,
crystals.
going outside, grabbing a potato and torching the thing.
I like that. Wait, you know what we should do? We should take the potato, and we should put it in between 2 graham crackers. But before that, we should also put some chocolate on there, and roast it.
Somehow I don't think a potato with chocolate would taste that good.
I mean, marshmallows work with that, so wouldn't potatoes work as well?
I don't like marshmallows to begin with, so wrong person to ask.
But marshmallows are so fuzzy and
I'll eat them in s'mores. I'll eat them roasted, but otherwise, yuck.
Huh. I see we've hit a wall in our differences, Takuma.
Oh ho! It's funny, because walls.
It's not funny because you dissed a marshmallow, and that hurts my little fuzzy soul.
Is your little fuzzy soul made of marshmallow?
It's actually 30% marshmallow, then it's made up of 40% confetti, and gosh, what's the other 30%? Oh yeah, I forgot. The other 30% is rainbows. That's actually what my blood is made up of. That's why I'm so cheerful and happy and upbeat all the time.
Your blood is made of rainbows.
Well, 30% rainbows, remember?
Oh, 30%.
40% confetti and 30% marshmallow fuzzies.
What's the last 30%?
Rainbows, remember?
You said 30% rainbows and 40% confetti.
Yes, and then 30% marshmallow fuzziness.
You know what? I can't math today.
Yeah, well, I feel like that's a problem with this game. Remember how I said that it was trying to teach us algebra by asking the question? You're playing the level with the X on it, so you're trying to find X, but why?
Let's not go there again. I took all my required math courses. I don't want to think anymore.
Yeah, I got out of those as well. And then I moved on to other courses.
Solid,
Adult
I didn't
life.
realize Oh Snap learned how to use dynamite.
All by doing jumping jacks. Can you imagine if that's how the education system around the world worked? If it literally just consisted of doing jumping jacks?
Dude, I would be so ripped and so smart.
Wouldn't that be crazy? It would be like, hello there, you want to get trained in how to perform open heart surgery on a person? Great, 20 jumping jacks every week for 4 years and you're set.
Then we're gonna have all these commercials about jumping jack performance enhancers, or you know, it's all the people who are really smart that are gonna get accused of using steroids.
Man, I feel like we're coming up with a short story here, so I'm going to go ahead and copyright this idea right now. So even if it's terrible, at least we still have the rights to it.
No matter how wrong it is, we'll have the rights.
no matter how bad the idea is, we will still own it.
A landslide.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
A landslide has occurred.
People are getting hurt.
What are we seeing right now on this level here?
We are, well, actually, I think this was the level you were thinking about a few episodes ago, about the one with all the cave-ins.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's what I was thinking about.
There's like a lot of cave-ins, and actually, dear Takuma is almost dead.
No! But if Takuma dies...
And there's still,
Then-
gosh, and Hapori Tohu even thinks he's invincible or something, standing right in the blast radius. Why
Well,
are the
I
people
mean-
standing around?
Hapori Tohu did survive the quote-unquote official end of Bionicle, so he's pretty tough cookie.
Rubble.
Haha, it's funny because cookies are on websites.
Yeah, I did not even think of that connection, but yes. Also, cookies are on Sesame Street, when the Cookie Monster eats them. A lot.
Except he doesn't really eat them, he just crunches them up and they fly every which way and you think he ate them.
Wait, isn't that how you eat cookies? Oh man, my whole life
Zatth,
has been a
I
lie.
think you and I need to have a long conversation.
Oh boy! Can I get my blankie?
That depends. What kind of blankie is it?
It's a friendship blankie. It keeps me warm during long conversations, long topics, and long stories. Basically anything that involves an extended time period so that I don't freeze to death.
Do you normally freeze to death in your own home?
Surprisingly, yeah. It's crazy how many times my parents have walked in and then there's just been this giant block of ice with me frozen in there. Usually they first think that I'm a prehistoric human, but then they're like, oh no, it's Pablo. He just froze for like the 30th time this week.
That often? Okay, wait a minute. 30 times a week, 7 days in a week. That's more than, that's like 4 2/7 every. Gosh, what is up with the Kevin Hink even?
Yeah, I blame the spiders.
But he didn't step on a spider.
That's what they want you to think. They were going under the rubble.
I'll show them a rubble.
Power drop.
I don't know where I'm going with that.
Let's get ready to rumble. Maybe.
Where did that word ever come from? I mean, it's such a weird word when you think about it. Rumble.
Yeah,
It makes it sound like a cross between alcohol and a cow.
Reinforced.
See, when you say rumble, all I can think about is, you know Belle from Beauty and the Beast?
Well, not personally, but I'm aware of her existence.
Good, well, you should meet her someday. But it reminds me of Belle from Once Upon a Time when she very thoughtfully refers to Rumpelstiltskin as Rumple. And so I just think of Rumble.
Rumpelmans.
And then I'm like, why am I thinking of the show Once Upon a Time? And then I'm like, oh, that's right. It's getting... well, long story short, do you know who they introduced at the end of the season 3, I think? Season 3 finale?
Since I've never watched the show, oh my gosh, who died?
They're getting absorbed into outer space! Wait, does this mean that the level ended? Oh no, they just
No.
died.
Oh snap, bad Corito. Somebody
Somebody
got
has died.
seriously messed up.
Let's call Sherlock Holmes. He'll find out who died for us.
Seth, Sokka.
An energy crystal has been found.
But anyways, let me get back to the topic because I'm sure that the audience is dying to find out who they got introduced at the end of Once Upon a Time. So do you understand the basic premise of the show? Kind of?
Not really. I understand that's a bunch of old, like, fairy tale characters.
Right, so it's a bunch of old fairy tale characters, right? Okay, well, keeping that in mind, here's the person that they introduced in the very last few minutes of the season finale. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
And also keep in mind that the characters that they introduced come, like, as real-life people, not like animated figures, not like, you know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, they introduced Elsa from Frozen.
Are you serious?
No, I'm Pablo. Sirius is in the other house. But I'm not joking. Aha! Well, I was joking back there, but now I'm not joking. They genuinely introduced her. Now, a lot of people have said that they're probably maybe bringing the Elsa from the actual original Hans Christian Andersen story, or whatever the original author was. I don't even know. Which is my hope, or else I really don't know how this is going to work out. Mostly because they already turned Peter Pan into the most evil villain that you can ever think of.
Well, Peter Pan originally, before Disney went and made their cartoon version, was essentially the bad guy.
Yeah, he's kind of crazy in Once Upon a Time. It was a good season, that one, I think. You know what's another good season? Summer.
Ah!
Ha
I saw that coming and I didn't get it out. So
You know why?
okay, I
It's still
seriously
stuck in
cannot figure
winter.
out who got badly injured. Zatth is here, Takuma's here, you and I, Bad Pun, Sokka, Kevin Hink, Haporito. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wait, what? Did we figure out the mystery?
Kevin Hinkle!
Kevin Hinkle, we're
Out of
sorry!
all the people to
Oh, wait.
go first,
No,
was
you know what
Kevin
happened?
Hink.
He had to go to a Lego convention, that's why.
So he decided to stand in a rock slide?
I mean, there are more efficient ways of traveling from a planet, yes, but if you needed to go for speed...
Well, time to get a new rock raider down.
Don't question the wisdom of LEGO employees, Takuma. Only they know the inner workings of the universe.
Here's hoping.
Tool stall.
So, let's see, they're bringing back the crystals now, right?
Yep, all we have to do is find 5 energy crystals without everybody dying. Or, well, getting so badly hurt that they have to be teleported up.
Ready to go.
Yeah, well, that would be a big problem. Could you imagine if that's how we did things like, mining operations and, like, other stuff around the world? Like, if someone was, like, dying, all we did was, like,
Another
teleport
energy
them back up.
Lord, you're doing great.
Like, we didn't give them medicine, we didn't, like, bring first aid kits down to the mines. Like, as soon as anyone got hurt, we were just like, oh, bring them back up to the planet.
Get to the porter!
I'm just picturing,
I don't know what I was
I'm
trying
just
to do with
picturing
that.
a dude, like, furiously sucking on his, sucking on his thumb, being like, if they see that I cut my thumb, they're gonna send me back up to the planet. Because there's, like, no band-aids,
You
no...
won't take me alive!
Yeah, he's like, we will take you alive, because you're not dead, you're only hurt, haha, no! And he gets sucked back up.
Actually, oh my gosh.
What?
They go to the Red Star.
Do you know, I only recently discovered that plot point, like, 2 weeks ago. I was so out of tune with the story that I'd, like, completely forgotten that they were about to reveal what the Red Star was. And then I read it on a blog post or like just a regular forum post like 2 weeks ago, and I was like,
Wait, what?
wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Are
So
you-
long as there's a body left, so Leekon isn't dead.
Man, that's weird.
Rock Raider.
Matoro's still gone though, cause he kind of, his whole body.
Yeah.
What are we gonna name our newest Rock Raider?
Mator? No, just kidding. We should name him Bob.
I like it. Welcome to the family, Bob.
Yay, Bob. Man, do you know what I was thinking about
Rock Raider.
a little while ago? Because
Rock Raider.
you saw that post about the like concept art, right?
I did, but I didn't, really look too closely at it.
Well, I was very meticulously looking at all the concept art that they posted, and I just got this sense of nostalgia back to like the beginning of 2004, when like the very beginning of the Metro Nui storyline, and I was just like, whoa, there's another island? My mind is blown, and now it's like, oh, there's a whole universe.
I know, right? You weren't the first Toa. What?
Yeah, what?
There were hundreds,
Man,
thousands.
that blew my mind
Oh.
so much that I like wrote a whole short story in elementary school about that.
Nice.
Yeah. You know what the saddest part about that story is?
What's that?
I found that it was when the comics came out, when Vakama ended the story with "You were not the first Toa," right? And it just ended there. They didn't say who the Metru were because 04 hadn't rolled around yet. So I wrote my short story and I finished it at that line. And then my teacher was like, "Well, you can't just leave it there. You got to keep going." And I was like, "Wait, really?" And that's the story of how Zatth wrote his first fan fiction on Bionicle.
I'm gonna say I wrote quite a bit, mostly in comedies, but I never submitted it to be graded in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, thanks for coming back for another episode, guys. Those few of you who are left.
Yes, we will talk more about fan fiction and friendship once you come back.
Goodbye.
Bye!